Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing the updated guide on Season 8, Chapter 1 of the Infant Labyrinth. Sorry that there was a little bit of delay with the update guide, I got a bit busy yesterday. But with that out of the way, we're going to get started with Stage 1. These are the teams we're going to be running for Stage 1. Rockstar here just wants max amp buff. Blackberry, she wants your Dark set or your Kurobi set, whichever one you have higher maxed. Alchemist, she wants the strongest dark set, so if your Kurobi set's better than your dark set, then I'd recommend running the Kurobi set on Alchemist, and if you have Alchemist weapon that works as well. Plantain's running this, Marla's running this, Cherry's running this, Wizard's running this, Candy Drop's running this, and Lemon's running this. So for this stage 1 here, we're going to start off by using Alchemist's skill, and then once the timer gets to 9 seconds, we're going to use Rockstar's ultimate. We're going to use Alchemist's ultimate, and you want to aim it so that it still hits the top 2 enemies here, but it's low enough to hit the second wave at the bottom. I'm going to swap to BB and then use her ultimate here. We're going to start the wave and put the candle in the bottom left here. You want to make sure it hits this guy and still damages the middle team. You're going to swap back to Alchemist and use her skill on the third wave just to kill this bottom right enemy here. And if you're fast enough, you should be able to get a 6-second clear quite easily. Stage 2 here is not too difficult. We're going to come up to the top left over here and use Cherry's ultimate. Then we're going to come down to the bottom and use Plantain's ultimate. You want to aim it so that it hits the top guy on the third wave, but it still hits the left guy that spawns on this first wave here. Then we're going to start the wave and swap to Cherry. Then once these enemies like flash with their icons here, you're going to use her skill half a second after they show. Just like that, just to get the quickest kill for these guys here. I'm going to dash up to the top about where I'm standing right about now and swap to Marla and use her ultimate to kill this wave. And then this wave here, you're going to come to the left and use Plantain's skill to finish everyone off. And if you're a good Plantain, you should be able to finish that guy off pretty quickly. This stage here isn't too difficult. You do need to worry about Candy though, she can be a bit hard to aim. To start off with though, you're going to use Lemon's ult in the top right. You're going to swap to Wizard and use Wizard's ult in the same spot. And as you see here, there was a first pulse from Lemon. And once the second pulse happens, you're going to start the wave like that. So once the second pulse happens, you're starting the wave. You're going to swap to Candy Drop immediately. You're going to wait half a second to use her charge up attack. And if you aim it correctly, you should be able to hit all 3 enemies as they spawn for the quickest kill. I did miss a little bit here. Once the third wave starts though, you want to stand a little bit more left to where I am now. So you want to stand about where my cursor is and you want to walk diagonally right while simultaneously aiming a charge attack to kill this bottom left guy here and walking high enough to make sure this guy still gets hit by this Candy Drop skill without moving back. So you walk up a little bit here. I'm not going to walk too high just to make sure that this guy doesn't comes down like this. I'd aim the charge attack to kill the bottom left guy here, and then I come up to finish him off with the Candy skill. For stage 2, this is the team I'll be using. Soda's going to be running this. You want to have high crit rate on Soda just to make it a little bit easier. Kurobi's running this, and you do need Wizard Artifact to make this the quickest kill. Rockstar's running this, Marla's running this, Plantain's running this, and Cherry's running this. Lemon Zest is running this with the Jalapeno Artifact. If you don't have the Jalapeno Artifact, just run Rise Artifact. Lemon's running this, and Candy's running this. This stage here is not too bad. We're going to start off with Rockstar's ult in the bottom left of this pillar here. Then we're going to swap to Kurobi and use his skill in the top right, and then ultimate like this. Once that wave's dead, we're going to use Soda's ultimate to kill this wave here. This third wave is probably the hardest part about this. You want to aim one of the waves at the top over here of the steps. The higher I find more consistent. You don't want to go too high though. I want to aim like right about where this diamond is here, just to make sure we hit this third guy here. The bottom 2 guys always die for me, so I never have a problem with them. So you want to aim the wave just like that. Then you want to come up to the top guy over here and use a single skill to kill him. I was a little bit slow here, so I don't have Rockstar ult to finish the bottom guys. But normally I dash down like this, and then I'd use a single skill to finish off these guys like that, and they would die from a skill inside Rockstar's ultimate. This wave here, we want to make sure Marla's below 50% HP, just to get full effect of the Werewolf Artifact. Then we're going to start off using Cherry's charge up attack, just to get Lemon's skill to proc. Then we're going to swap to Plantain and use his ultimate like this. Then we're going to dash to the bottom right, and you want to be about here. I find here to be the most consistent. You can be on the left as well. It's just to kill these first wave as fast as possible. You're going to use an ultimate. You're going to start the wave and then use a Marla's ultimate immediately. Then we're going to swap back to Cherry and use a skill, just like this, to kill the first wave. You only need to kill 2 enemies to spawn the second wave, so that's why I suggest having it on the right side to kill this guy, or the left side to kill this guy faster. They're going to use Plantain's skill to kill the top of these enemies here. And then on the final wave, you're going to use Milo's skill to kill this guy. And a crit for me usually does one-shot this guy, so I don't need to do basic attacks. But if he doesn't die, you just want to finish him off with basic attacks. This stage here is quite difficult. To start off with, you want to make sure Lemon has the attack percent increase to make this more consistent. But just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the buff amp one. I'm going to use Candy's ultimate immediately. Then you're going to swap to Lemon's Zest, start the wave, and then use his ult. Use Candy Drop's skill and then a charge attack to kill this first wave here. Once this first wave is dead, you're going to quickly swap to Lemon Zest and then use a basic attack on this right guy here. This left guy should die by himself, so just this right guy is enough. You're going to use a skill immediately to kill these top wave here. And if you're fast enough, the 4th pulse from Lemon ult should kill the final wave. Just like this. And then when the final wave comes, Lemon should kill it off. And you can just use Lemon's skill to kill it here, but because I was too slow, Lemon couldn't finish off these last guys, so you just want to use Lemon's basic attacks to finish them off like that. For stage 3, these are the teams I'll be using. Soda's going to be running this. You want 100% crit rate on Soda to make it the most consistent as possible. 80% crit rate's fine. Anything less than 80 is a little bit of a struggle for me personally. Dark Choco, again, he wants 100% crit rate. Anything lower than 90 or 85% just becomes annoying and like tedious to retry. Rockstar wants max buff amp. Jalapeno wants this. Plantain wants this. And Cherry wants this. Lemon's wants this, and if you don't have a Jalapeno artifact, I'd run Rise artifact. Lemon Cookie wants this, and Wizard wants this. This stage is probably the hardest out of all 3 in the chapter, but to start off with, you're going to swap to Rockstar. You want the attack percent increase to make it most consistent, and come up to this diamond about here, and pop his ultimate, and start the wave, and then swap to DC immediately. You want to use a single charge up attack on the top left enemy here, and once the camera begins to move in, you want to release his ultimate right about where my cursor is to kill this guy and this guy here. So I'd aim the ultimate, and as you see the camera's moving in, I pop DC's ult, and it kills everyone like that. You can come up to this guy in the middle over here, and you're going to wait for the enemies to spawn, like this, and then use a skill to kill everyone in one shot. You're going to swap to Soda, and you're going to wait about half a second. You don't want to wait anything longer than half a second, or else you will lose Rockstar ult like I did here. But then you'd pop Soda's ultimate like that, and if you're quick enough with Rockstar's ultimate, you can still have it up to one-shot these guys here. If you can't one-shot these guys, I suggest going to the left guy or right guy, depending on which one didn't or did die, and then just waving across and then finishing everyone as quick as possible. This stage here is also kind of challenging, but not as hard as the first one. You're going to start off with Cherry's ultimate. You want to be as close as you can to this pillar here to make it more consistent. You start the wave, dash to the right, and then use Plantain's ult in the middle like that, and then dash back in before these guys get pulled in. Then you swap to Cherry and use her skill to kill this wave here. You swap back to Plantain and use his skill to kill the top enemies here. You ideally need these guys to die immediately to make this bit a lot quicker. You can swap back to Jalapeno and then use a skill to finish off everyone like that. Then you can use her ultimate and you want to aim it so that it hits both this guy on the left and this guy on the top here. The quicker you are, the faster this kill can go. And assuming that you hit these guys here and your Jalapeno is strong enough, you can dash to the right, use a basic attack and skill, and if you hit both of these guys with a single skill, you can kill them. But if you can't kill them quick enough, you can just use like Plantain's skill or Cherry's skill to finish them off faster. This stage here, you want to make sure you have Lemon on the attack percent increase. Anything other than that, you lose a ton of time and damage. To start off with, you're going to use Wizard's ultimate and then Lemon's ultimate like that. You can swap to Lemon's Zest and use a basic attack if you're running Jalapeno's artifact. Come up to the top and then use a skill to kill this first wave like this. Once this first wave dies, you're going to use Lemon's ultimate to kill everyone in the second wave. You don't need to be too precise with this. You can use basic attacks to kill this guy if he hasn't died. If he did die, you can just also use basic attacks to kill this guy here. But then with the rest of your charge up attack, you just want to use it on the big monkey like this to finish him off, and you can get about 10 seconds with that. And that will be the updated guide for Season 8, Chapter 1. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.